When we talk about stock market, we hear names like Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, Charlie Munger, Benjamin Graham, etc. They're all great investors and have inspired many people with their investment journey. There's a lot that we can learn from them as stock investors. However, there is one name in the Indian stock market that is very inspiring. It is Mr. Raamdeo Agrawal. He started his investment journey in 1980s and in the last 31 years, he has compounded his wealth from 1 crore to 2,200 crore. Now that's an incredible feat. Simply amazing. So in this video, I want to share his journey and how his wealth grew from 1 crore to 2,200 crore. Then I will discuss some of the biggest learning from his investment journey. Hello friends, my name is Sahil and this is my Personal Finance Academy where I explain everything about money management in layman's language. Normally when a person starts investing in stock market, there is only one expectation: multi-bagger returns. Everyone wants to become rich in no time. Everyone wants to fetch 10 times to 20 times return in no time. But unfortunately, rather than creating wealth, many people end up losing their money in the stock market. So in this video, I want to share a very inspiring journey of Mr. Raamdeo Agrawal and how he created a fortune worth rupees 2,200 crore. I am sure that by the end of this video, there would be some very important lesson for you that would help you in your stock market journey. Alright, let's get started. Today, Raamdeo Agrawal needs no introduction. He is one of the most respected people in the world of Indian stock market. Raamdeo Agrawal is the co-founder and chairman of Motilal Oswal Financial Services. He is a chartered accountant by profession and he started his stock market journey in 1987 as a sub-broker and later co-founded Motilal Oswal company with his friend Motilal Oswal. So he has been associated with the Indian stock market almost since Sensex was established in 1986. Now let me show you how Raamdeo Agrawal wealth zoomed from 1 crore to rupees 2,200 crore. In 1990, Raamdeo Agrawal made an investment of rupees 1 crore in stocks. During that time, Mr. Harshad Mehta was the big bull of the Indian stock market. We all know how he manipulated the market, and at that time, Sensex jumped more than 500% from level of 700 to level of 4,500. Hence, Raamdeo Agrawal wealth also zoomed from rupees 1 crore to rupees 32 crore. But then, the Harshad Mehta scam got highlighted and Sensex crashed almost around 50% over the next 1 year. As a result, Mr. Raamdeo Agrawal wealth also crashed from 32 crore to 10 crore. Now, normally in such a situation, a retail investor would panic and exit from the stock market. But Raamdeo Agrawal did not panic. He stayed invested. Eventually, there was the next bull run during the Y2K market rally in early 2000. This was the time when the internet became the new sensation. Every random company with .com website was trading at super high valuation. Hence, the stock market also jumped. Raamdeo Agrawal wealth zoomed from 10 crore to 100 crore during this period. But then, the internet companies could not sustain the valuation and eventually the stock market crashed. Raamdeo Agrawal wealth also fell down from 100 crore to 30 crore. So basically, his portfolio tanked around 70% in that fall. Again, a normal retail investor would have panicked and exited from the stock market. Then, there was another rally in the stock market during 2003 to 2007. In that rally, Raamdeo Agrawal wealth zoomed from rupees 30 crore to 550 crore. But then, there was a housing bubble burst in the US and that resulted in a deep recession all over the world. Sensex tanked around 60% from the level of 20,000 to level of 8,000. Hence, Raamdeo Agrawal wealth tanked around 55% from 550 crore to 250 crore. Again, he did not exit from the Indian stock market. Then in the next 10 years, Raamdeo Agrawal wealth zoomed from rupees 250 crore to rupees 1,850 crore. Again, there was a heavy correction all over the world due to COVID. As a result, Raamdeo Agrawal wealth tanked from rupees 1850 crore to rupees 1150 crore. That was a fall of 700 crore rupees. A huge amount, isn't it? He still stayed invested. Eventually, the market recovered and his wealth zoomed from 1150 crore to current level of rupees 2200 crore. Raamdeo Agrawal's journey is an incredible example of how you can create wealth in the stock market. When you invest in stock market, there will be periods of high return, low return, no return, or even market crash. You can only create wealth in the stock market when you stay invested irrespective of the market volatility. Above all, you need the courage and conviction to stay invested even if your portfolio falls 50 to 60%. There is a very good quote from Mr. Warren Buffett. He says that the stock market is a device for transferring money from impatient to the patient. Majority of people lose money in the stock market due to lack of patience. They expect their wealth to double in no time without any volatility. It doesn't work like that. Yes, I agree that Raamdeo Agrawal would have certainly invested more money in the stock market apart from the initial capital of rupees 1 crore. But the point is that he stayed invested even after seeing his wealth worth rupees crore getting destroyed during the market crash. A normal retail investor can't even see a fall of rupees few thousand in the portfolio. He or she would panic and exit from the stock market. It takes a lot of courage and conviction, and that comes only with the right knowledge, so that you can identify good stocks and invest with conviction. And that's why I keep saying that don't invest based on tips. Learn how to analyze stocks. I've created a complete course on money management. And in case you don't have enough time to keep an eye on the market, then I've also launched research-based portfolio services along with weekly video on market analysis so that you can keep a track of major event in the market and invest accordingly. In fact, I strongly believe that the best time to create wealth is not when market is at the peak, but when the market is at the bottom, when the quality stocks are available at discounted price. For example, during March 20, when the stock market crashed around 40% due to COVID, that was a great time to invest money. But very few retail investors would have invested during that time because it requires conviction to invest when market is falling. And retail investors get fearful during the market crash. So the biggest takeaway from this video is to take inspiration from Mr. Raamdeo Agrawal's journey and do not panic with small correction in the stock portfolio. I strongly believe that the Indian economy has a very bright growth prospect in the next 20 to 30 years. You don't need multi-bagger returns to become rich from the stock market. All you need is 10 to 15% CAGR return for the next 10 to 20 years to create wealth. For example, if you invest just rupees 20,000 per month in the stock market for the next 20 years and expect around 15% CAGR return, then you will end up with a corpus of rupees 3 crore. Of course, we are not considering the inflation adjusted return. But the idea is to help you understand the importance of consistent investment without worrying about the ups and downs of the market. And if you think that 15% is a lot of return, and if you want to consider 12% CAGR for 20 years, then your 20,000 per month would become rupees 2 crore. That's the power of compounding. The only point you need to understand is that you don't get consistent return from the stock market. During the bull run, you will see great return, and during the bear market, you will see huge losses. But if you stay invested in the Indian stock market during the ups and downs, just like Mr. Raamdeo Agrawal, you will eventually create wealth. And if you find this video useful, do share it with your friends. For complete course, I have provided my website link in the description. I will see you with another video. Till then, take care.